Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Energy Effect Live. It is Creativity Week here this week. It is a big week of changes and things that are putting us into different states of stress and worry. And so we want to be sure that we have your fun turned on, because when you have your fun and creativity turned on, it actually helps you to think more critically and be more open-minded and have more fun and have a better attitude and really look at your problems with new perspectives and connect with others in more positive and creative ways. So this week, Creativity Week all week, not just today in the live stream, but tomorrow you'll get my deep dive article with some ways to be more creative and turn on that creativity energy. Wednesday, a brand new episode of the podcast, The Energy Effect, comes out, and it's 3 ways to amp up your ideas and creativity. And Friday, there'll be the newsletter, my email newsletter with all kinds of little resources and tips and ideas. So welcome, I'm Kristen Brown. If you haven't met me before, I am a keynote speaker, and I help you to turn on the energy effect with my flow formula, which is 7 energies that help you to create engagement, to help you show up more positively, that help you be a stronger leader, that help you to sell more stuff. These 7 energies really help create that engagement, that radical accountability, and that flow that you need to get what you want and make it happen for real. So the 7 energies, I'll tell you really quickly. Vision energy is what it is that you want, whether it's by the end of today or 50 years from now. You need to have a clear vision. It drives everything. Strategy energy is the ability to say, okay, now here's the plan to make the vision real. Then you have communication energy, and that's saying, all right, how am I going to get this out into the world? How am I going to get my vision and strategy executed out in a bigger way, not just in my mind? Then relationship energy is making sure you have the right people around you to make it happen, and you have boundaries around the people that might hold you back, those energy vampires. Confidence energy, that's tapping into your superpowers, your skills, your mindset, that brilliance that's inside of you to ensure that you can make your vision and strategy real, because anything that you want, anything that's put up here is put there for a reason, and that means you have what you need inside to make it happen. So that's confidence energy. Then we have creativity energy, what we're talking about all this week, and that's ensuring not just that you're having fun in the process, but that you're looking at things with broader perspectives. You're thinking about things with fresh eyes, with new ideas, and that is really driven by creativity energy, fun, the endorphins and the serotonin and those things that happen in your brain and body to actually make you have more fun, but also think in a bigger way. Then finally, we have motivation energy. Motivation energy is being able to motivate yourself both internally and externally, and knowing what it is that it's going to take to push you forward with your vision and strategy so you can actually make it happen. So that is the flow formula. Those are the 7 energies that I approach everything from, whether it's this little show, whether it's my podcast, and most importantly, all my keynotes, all my training programs, all of the things that I do to help your organization move forward, help your people move forward, and help you move forward. The flow formula helps you get there. So today we are going to talk about your creativity energy. But as we do every single week, this is just your quick 10-minute action plan for growth. It's to help you identify what's one thing that you could do this week that is going to absolutely make you feel by the end of the week like, yes, I got something really meaningful and powerful done that moved one of my goals forward. Because so many times we get stuck in the hustle, the distractions of other people's agendas, fires, squirrels, all the things that pull our focus. But when we can get back to our priorities, our agenda, the things that will move our goals forward, that is when we start to feel that momentum and that magic start to happen. So we want to identify for you. You may have 20 things that you need to do on your list. You may have 100 things that you need to do on your list. But what is that one thing, that one priority that you could really focus on this week, that if you got that done by the end of the week, you would feel like, yes, I did it. I made progress. It would flood you with feel-good chemicals, and you would feel like you truly, truly made a difference this week on something that you want to make happen for yourself. So I want you to identify that right now. What is your number one priority this week? I want you to not just think about it, but I want you to write it down. Write it down on a piece of paper. Put it in your notes, in your phone. Put it somewhere where you're going to be able to see it regularly. Put it on a Post-it note. Put it next to your computer, because then your reticular activating system in your brain will see it and look for opportunities in your environment to make that thing happen more easily, more quickly, with the skills, tools, people around you. It'll serve you that right up, because when you see that regularly on that Post-it note or written down on your to-do list, your brain goes, oh, there's something, there's something, there's something. So that's why that's number one priority, identifying it every week, not just knowing it, but writing it down so you can visually see it. changes how you're going to interact and attract ideas and opportunities to make it happen. So you've got your number one priority. Now, I want to give you an energy hack tied to creativity, because that's what we're talking about this week, to make that number one priority happen in a new way, perhaps, or in a better, faster, easier, more fun way. So we're going to do just a quick visualization, but we're going to take a breath. So just take a breath with me. We're going to visualize that thing being completed by the end of the week. I'm going to just take a quick pause and feel like it's something that you want to have happen. Like you can really see this priority happening in your life or in your work. Then I want you to think of something crazy, something wild and wacky that you could do to make that happen faster, easier, more fun, or just some wild way to think about doing it. Now, it doesn't mean that's the way that it's going to play out, but we're just turning on your creativity energy right now, practicing thinking out of the box, practicing thinking about things in more fun ways, thinking about how something could happen in a way that you would never, ever thought of before. That's creativity energy in action. So think about that number one priority and just think about one crazy way you could do it. No borders, no boundaries, no things that are going to hold you back, no excuses. How could you make that happen? Take another breath. Now that was quick, right? It was just a quick visualization, a quick reset of your body. You got grounded, you got focused on the one thing, you thought about it in a new way, and it was so easy. But it actually just changed the way your brain is working at processing and thinking about that one thing. So all week long, as you're working on getting that number one priority happening and rolling along and moving, don't always get stuck in the way that you think it should be, or others expect you to do it, or the process, or the path or routine that's expected. Think about new ways you could do it. It'll be more fun. It'll be a way to just shake things up. It'll help you have more fun along the way and help you probably 100% likely that you're going to actually achieve it in a way that you never expected. So think about your challenges, your to-do list, your decisions, all in more creative ways, and practice that flexing that creativity muscle with that little breathe, pause, visualize the creativity and the creative way that you can solve it. It's a really, really powerful way to move forward. Do this with your team as well. If you have a master class or a brainstorming session or a strategy meeting or something coming up, have everyone just say, what is a crazy way we could make this thing happen? What are some wild things that we can do to make it happen? It doesn't mean that's what's going to end up happening, but it's going to open your mind. It's going to open new ideas, new opportunities, new ways of thinking, new things that never would have been thought about before, that now suddenly brings new energy and new spark to that idea, to that plan, to that strategy. Okay. All right. So you thought about your number one priority for the week. You've got an energy hack to turn on the creativity to make it happen. Now, if you want more, I've got all kinds of things that I mentioned earlier. Wednesdays, my podcast, The Energy Effect, comes out. You can get all of this at the links in my Stan store. It's stan.store/The Energy Effect, all one word. You can find all the links all over my socials and in my website and all of that. I've got masterclasses that I have coming out. There's one that's free on there, 5 ways to make 2025 your best year yet. That's totally free. And then I've got a couple more that'll be rolling out over the next week or two. So watch for those for yourself. My weekly newsletter, The Energy Effect, is a deep dive into whatever the topic is on Mondays. So today our topic is creativity energy. Tomorrow, the article that you will get on your LinkedIn newsletter, you can either go just read it or you can subscribe so it comes to your inbox. Here on LinkedIn is going to be a deep dive into creativity and why it's so powerful for ideas. And then, of course, I have my keynotes, my consulting. I help with signature energy. So how do you ensure that the energy that you want to have, the impact you want to have on others actually happens? And we do that with your energy trifecta. We look at the 3 elements of your, I don't want to call it your personal brand, because it's really the energy that you want to put out and impact you want to make. And then we also look at if I'm consulting with you organizationally, we look at your entire organization, how the C-suite, how the executive leadership team, how the emerging leaders, and how the new employees are all coming together to create that energy, signature energy that you want your organization to have, and make sure every individual has their signature energy turned on and tied to your signature energy. And of course, I'm a keynoter and I'm a speaker. So let's create a custom a customized program for your team, your organization. Maybe you work for an association. My sessions, as you can imagine, just based on how high energy these are, I'm very high energy on stage. I'm interactive. We do actionable things right there in the room, not just things you can go do later on when you get back to work, but also things that happen right there, then and there, that you can use for yourself and then you can use for your team later. So we can customize a program, either the energy effect, I've got a radical accountability program, and then I have a program on your signature energy. So go check all of those out, KristenBrownPresents.com. Until then, I hope that you have an amazing week. Until I see you again, get out there, turn on your creativity energy, and we will see you soon.